Hello to my Leos. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. This reading is for Friday the 13th through Friday the 20th of June. That is right. The moon is in a waning gibbous moon in Capricorn at the time of filming. So that could affect your backbone, your joints, your knees, your skin, your hair. And so you want to start listening to your body, for how you feel. Um, And so when you start having these, when the moon is in Capricorn, you really, really want to increase your prayer life, right? Go into prayer mode because you could be carrying some other people's burdens on your back. That source was saying, just give that burden over to source, the creator. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Let's get into your reading. I've already prayed over everyone's cards, already cleared the space. So the moon being in Capricorn right now, and then it's going to move into Aquarius on the 14th, 15th, and 16th of June. And then it's going to move in, and where it's going to affect your calf, your ankles, your shin, your Achilles. And that's you walking away from something. That's basically you saying, okay, I've given something over to source. I prayed about it. I've given it over to source. I'm going to let source fight my battles for whatever it is. And then it's going to move into Pisces, right? So that's where it affects your feet, your toes, and your pineal gland. Your third eye is opening. So that's the power of you being in divine feminine energy. All right, Leos, that's the power of being in your divine feminine energy. Not always feeling like you got to go race to someone else's aid. You deserve the best. You deserve the best, and that's what you shall get. Okay. Let's get right into it. Let's pull an angel number. Let's pull an angel number. Because source is trying to wake a whole lot of people up to a lot of things, and a lot of people are so kind of sort of in a fixed, and I'm saying this because you all are a fixed sign, could be such in a fixed way of thinking or doing things that you may have gotten into kind of a comfort zone of racing to people's aid, saving everybody, putting on that super Leo cape. And source is like, no, lay your burdens down, give it to source, pray about it. Source higher self. So during a waning moon in Capricorn, the energy supports release, discipline, reflection on long-term goals, and letting go of structures or responsibilities that no longer serve your highest good. Right? Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is so somebody could be having an awakening to learn how to close out cycles and give things over to source. Right? 800, you're getting spiritual downloads. This yellow right here, yellow is fire, right? This is solar plexus chakra. This 8 means to stay focused. Source is trying to get you away from energies that land on the dark side of 8, that are secretly, one has succumbed to passive and powerless behavior, and the other one is egotistical, materialistic, and forceful, right? So it's like using you, in other words, to close out cycles. Source is like, somebody better wake up. That 0 right there in the major arcana is the fool card. You do not want to be a fool in reverse when source is trying to get you downloads, right? That's like basically people using you to do their dirty work. So prepare for new knowledge. This is an alert from your guides. Your angels are indicating that you will be receiving new information in the form of realizations, wisdom, and emotions. Sit in meditation and focus your energy on opening your crown chakra, the top of the head, in preparation for this divine light. Picture loving light flowing into you with ease through the top of your head and into your entire being. See, because Leos, you all are ruled by the sun, right? You all may this is the beauty of you being a Leo, right? And being in fifth house. So I'm talking to you whoever's fifth house, right? Everybody's fifth house. Leos just happen to rule fifth house. So you get your sun, moon, rising, Venus can be Leo, but it doesn't have to be. Your sign in this reading, or just my readings in general, can be anywhere from Aries all the way down to Pisces. It doesn't really matter. I'm speaking to your fifth house. So everything surrounding your romance, your creativity, your children, projects, fun, self expression, hobbies, what makes you feel good. So, something you may have shined a light on that source is like, okay, sources take you to a deeper spiritual level in something. Like you may have scratched the surface for something, but source is trying to show you the whole shebang of something, right? And that may be the part that may be scaring some people, is like how you could be being used to do something that you had no idea. You could be something that cause a chain reaction, right? Something that eight right there. Some energies are trying to keep, two energies are trying to keep you chained to them. And that's at number eight. Eighth house is ruled by Scorpio. We're not talking about any Scorpios that you know, whether you know Scorpios or not. We're talking about eighth house. So check your sign in your eighth house. Eighth house is about renewal. Somebody may be trying to renew a contract with some energies, and a light may be shining on something and be using you to do something, Leos. Um, Something could be chaining you to sexuality, a death, transformation, shared finances. A death could be an ending of something, just so we're crystal clear. Um, Somebody could be trying to keep you attached to them using your power. Remember, sun is medicine, right? The sun is medicine. That big ball of that big energy ball out there is medicine. So some energy may entities may feel like, okay, Leo is in a very powerful position, we can use Leo, but it's going to chain you to something, could connect you to something that could cause you to lose your power. um and so that would challenge someone's ego, like, oh, I have the power of source inside of me. Yes, but obedience is better than sacrifice. Source is saying to somebody, look up eighth house. What's your sign in your eighth house? What is your sign in your eighth house? Right. That's right. Here's the seven of swords. Because some of the energies that could be using you to assassinate energy's character behind their back and doing stuff in the dark, source is bringing something to the light. And that's what your sunlight is going to shine on. Remember, the sun illuminates the moon, right? So source is about to expose some secrets to you, Leos. That's why source is saying, go somewhere under the sunlight and get your downloads. Who is using you? Them energies are using you for evil, to do low vibrational work. Whoever you are, I don't know who you are, but that sunlight, you need to be sitting outside in the sun somewhere to get your downloads. So source, what responsibilities or burdens is Leo ready to release? Yeah, that's what it is. Some people could be, how sometimes people go, well, I'll go get, let's just pretend like your name is Leo. I'll go get Leo. Right. So here you come like a lion, coming through the forest, right? With the music playing behind you. Doom, 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 doom. you, they didn't even tell you, was you walking into a trap, right? So source is saying to you, source is protecting you. Source is protecting you, right? From a nightmare. Wake up from a nightmare. Wake up from a nightmare. Wake up from a nightmare, Leos. That's like being used in an office. Let's say, for instance, you're in an office. I feel like I'm talking to somebody now. Hold on. So, um, somebody works in an office where there has been some people going to HR, some claims. I don't know who I'm talking to, but every single time, and this person is a Leo, every single time people have a good claim to come up against an organization, they use a Leo to be the person to pull away from something, so that if Leo doesn't have a problem, then everybody else's claims are false. But it gives you a false sense of power, because actually it ends up making you feel powerless. So that's when the ego sort of kicks in, like, well, I mean, like basically every person for themselves. It gives Leos a bad name. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, okay, well, I shine the light on some kind of wrong doing here. So it's like somebody pulled somebody in to the side and said, hey, if you don't speak up on the behalf, they need your vote. It's like somebody saying they need Leo to um to so it's like somebody saying somebody needs Leo to make this thing valid. I think I'm saying it right. It's like somebody's basically saying, but if they pull Leo away, we can promote you, Leo, and to heck with whatever everybody else is thinking or what they're saying, Leo. And so, but it's giving you nightmares. Something is giving you nightmare. Whoever you are is giving you nightmares. So it's just like, no, no, no. You shine a light on a bigger issue that the energies now realize your power being in your power is really about to expose much bigger than you even realize. And that may, yeah, you're exposing an organization. You are exposing a whole organization. So somebody works this, y'all see, well, I don't know if you can see me shuffling in the car, you can at least hear me. Somebody works in an organization right now that you could have employees that keep coming up against an organization for whatever kind of claims, and their claims are legit. They are legit, but somehow they keep pulling a Leo to the side and saying, Leo, we're going to promote you, but we're going to promote you. We're going to give you this. We're going to give you that because we need your word to seal, basically your power, your power. So it's almost giving somebody a false sense of power, but it's causing you nightmares because you keep hearing it over, and y'all got to know the power of words. Words are spells. You keep hearing the same complaint over and over and over again. Either people are leaving the company or organization and getting fired, wrongful termination, wrongful this. You keep hearing the same thing over and over and over again. But you are the person people keep saying, oh, good Leo. So source is trying to help you to see something from a higher frequency. Obviously, it's making somebody feel lower and lower and lower. This right here, the Seven of Swords here. Almost like people stop talking. It's like it's causing people to stop talking to a particular Leo, right? Obviously, that part is not a high vibrating Leo, but Source is going to get you out in the sunlight. Somehow, Source is going to get you, put you on some kind of watch that puts you outside, whoever you are, put you outside, and like you don't even realize what's happening. It's really your spirit team that's putting you outside at a high frequency, like elevated. Because right now, so it's like I'm gonna put you outside in the sunlight. So I'm gonna cleanse you, it's sunbathing, cleanse you, cleanse all of that off of you, so I can give you some downloads because these energies are causing you nightmares. I'm gonna put you outside in the sunlight. You're going to think it's by coincidence. Nothing is by coincidence. So it's like you need to go outside, go sit down somewhere under that sunlight, relax, so your ancestors can talk to you and remind you of your power. Yeah, somebody's like working somebody like Seabiscuit, right? Yeah, here's the person right here with no shoes on. Because what Source is saying, I feel like somebody has the gift of premonition. You can already see what's happening before it happens, right? You get the download. So it's like you keep like following behind certain energies. Yeah. Here we have the Eight of Swords here. So say it's time for you to look in that mirror and remember the power that you have. Yeah, because Source wants somebody to do the mirror work. So some kind of sunbathing is happening here where Source is saying, Saturn is a traditional planet, right? It's a very serious planet, almost to a point where people think it's like a pessimist. It causes people to be pessimistic or negative, right? But high vibrational Leos have such a positive disposition. I'm trying to tell y'all, people who really know their inner power within are not threatened by anybody. No matter who you are, how much money you have, how much whatever, you know who you are, right? So it's just saying you deserve the best. Not just better, you deserve the best. And somebody has recognized your power. They have recognized your power, and they're like playing on someone, whoever these energies are, they're playing on someone's um demons, right? Everybody, their temptations. When I say demons, they're playing on somebody's temptations. So they feel like they can tempt you with, you know, you've worked hard, you know, uh, walk with or walk beside or whatever, and we're going to give you more. Somebody's giving you more money, but source, your ancestors are saying it's time to work within, go within, because this is in the flesh, solar plexus. deals with the lower chakras. So it's saying stay focused, because in hindsight, somebody would have walked away from something. In hindsight, and grab you a bottle of water if you're near water. The source is like, in hindsight, somebody would have walked away from something. The two energies would have walked away from, so you would have walked away from two energies. Here we have the Six of Wands here. Yeah, so somebody feels like they know what your demons are, your temptations. They like, oh, just put Leo on stage, give Leo a microphone, shine a spotlight on Leo. We know exactly what appeals to Leos. It's almost like it should almost be offensive to someone for somebody to basically say that they know you better than you know yourself. Like somebody's been studying you, like whoever this energy is who's holding the wallet, the money. Basically, it's saying you, whoever you are, and source is saying, no, you actually deserve the best. You deserve the best. So somebody has a lot of ancestors around them. Meek does not mean weak. You have a guardian angel, somebody who is operating in, who's broken some kind of a chain. Remember, the Strength card is the 8th card in tarot, right? In the major arcana. Someone who has broken away from these energies is a guardian angel, earth angel for you. Guardian, seeing things from a higher frequency. It's like certain energies. It's, when I'm looking at this card right here, will take you up to a mountaintop and say, here, I'll give you all of this if you just do X, Y, and Z. But there's always a price to pay, looking at the cards here. So source is saying you deserve the best. You deserve, your ancestors are saying you deserve the best. Something in your spirit is saying you deserve the best. If something right now is saying you deserve better than what somebody's getting, right? And so your ancestors are saying you need to go within. What inner discipline or commitment needs to be renewed with Leos or redefined? And that's what it is. Your ancestors are saying, hey, look, you deserve better. So prepare for new knowledge. Prepare for new knowledge. And it's going to be coming directly from source. But somebody has already asked the question, like, why is something going global? Why does something go from international to global? Somebody's already asked the question. And why do I have to be familiar by flying all over the place? 6 and 2 is 8. Why do energies have to fly all over the place to become familiar with something? Why? I said, why are you working so hard? Why are you working so hard? Your ancestors are like, because you don't remember. Somebody don't remember the power that they have within. You're just looking at power outside of yourself, right? But something is threatening someone's future. Here's the star card. Star card speaks to 11th house. 11th house is about friendships, community, goals, hopes, wishes, awareness, humanitarianism, technology, the future. And source is saying, hey, look, your future is already secure. You deserve the best, nothing less than the best. That's why I keep saying Leo's turn down for what? Why turn down? I don't care who it is. No matter who you are in front of, if you turn down as a Leo, I really just don't even know what to say. And I'm for real. I don't know what to say. If in your 5th house, in terms of your romance, somebody should be 100% in terms of your creativity, 100%, your children, 100%, projects, 100%, fun, loving self, 100%, self-expression, 100%, hobbies, 100%. What makes you feel good? 100%, not 99.9. If you cannot fully bring your whole 100% self somewhere in every room you step in and recognize who you are, something is very wrong. Some people are threatened. Anyway. Here's a Tower card. It's time to get some structure going on. It's time to get some structure going on for real. It's time. Somebody's a prayer warrior. Somebody is a prayer warrior. It's time to link up. It's time to link up with your ancestors for real. Is the Page of Swords. People who are open book, giving you ideas. I'm telling y'all, people think that is almost juvenile. Oh, this person is telling all open. I'm telling y'all, turn down for what? There's no reason anybody who is connected to the Leo in themselves should turn down. Ever, not on any day. I don't care if it's pouring down rain and snowing, sleet, or hail. I don't care. It don't matter. Listen, the sun rise and shine regardless. At least here on planet Earth, it's gonna rise and shine regardless. so, so it's just like, look, here's the eight. You can make at least eight. Somebody saying your ancestors say, look, you have it in you to make at least 8 streams of income, but somebody is doing the footwork of somebody else is saying, hey, I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm just seeing this horse following this person, and somebody is working hard like they train, like. So I don't know who I'm talking to, but anyway, so it's saying just learn how to be conservative with what you have. Be conservative with what you have. So I'm talking to wherever Leo falls in your birth chart, because somebody could be. This is heart chakra cleanse. It's time to do a heart chakra cleanse. Forgive, operate in the spirit of love, and we're talking about agape love, but also do not turn down Leos. I'm telling y'all, Source is exposing energies who are threatened by your power. It don't really matter who they are. I can't reiterate that. It doesn't matter who they are. They could be your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad. They could be your manager at work. They could be the whole human resource department. They can be whomever. And we're not talking about arrogance, because obviously you need God, the higher power source. I'm not trying to push religion on anybody. I don't know what people's belief systems are, but source is saying to you, you're learning how to protect your future. You're learning how to protect your future. Everybody got to be responsible for their own stuff. Somebody there, you got energies in your space right now that letting you know what's being done in the dark. These are loved ones are not letting you know what's being done in the dark to create some kind of a nightmare. And some energies are trying to chain somebody to their nightmare. Here we have the King of Cups here. Somebody is saying somebody's a great parent. That's what you have in common. So you can be a great dad or great mom, but some battle is not yours. There's a battle that is not yours. That source keeps saying, unchain yourself from something, Leo. The battle is not yours. Give something over to source. Give something over to source. I don't know who I'm talking to, but source is saying give something over to source. And source, if you think it's by coincidence that somebody is outside, that you're outside in the sun right now, it's not by coincidence. Whatever time you out in the sun, whatever downloads you get, you need to have a notepad with you and writing your notes, because source is trying to connect the dots for you. That's what heart chakra is about. It's about making the connections, but the connection is coming from within, not over the phone. Here we have 9 of Wands, something you won't be going back to. I'm telling you something you will not be going back to, because you can ready to start creating very firm boundaries and enforcing those boundaries. Your strength is coming back. That's what a strength card is. Your strength is coming back. Somebody's back is getting straighter. You like, okay, I'm not a lion. That is a symbol. But the Lion of Judah has my back. Source has my back. The Creator has my back, right? That's what you get in your spiritual download. Somebody's about to take their place on the throne, and I'm serious. And every person has a throne in their universe. Source is saying to you, you want to be connected to people who are an open book and sharing with you, who's operating in the spirit of love, who knows how to forgive. We're not talking about forgive and rechain themselves to something, reconnect. So say if you're around people that do stuff behind people's back, they're doing something behind your back as well. It speaks to 7th house. Don't be your own worst enemy. Somebody feels like they need to be in relationship with certain energies that you see with your own 2 eyes. Your eyes not playing a trick on you. Them doing stuff behind people's backs. So, like for instance, I use HR for somebody. You've seen some people do some stuff behind people's back in human resources. What in the world makes you think they're not doing the same thing behind yours? Don't do an injustice to yourself. I don't know who that's for, or whatever career field you're in, whatever. But so what legacy is Leo building, source, and what must be clear to continue that path? The source, this is a heart chakra cleanse here. This is a heart chakra cleanse because somebody's been carrying people on their back for the longest time. Somebody's back really should hurt. If your back is hurt, you having back problems, or you feel like you're emotionally eating because you're like, okay, I'm eating emotionally and I'm not sure. That's because somebody has not done the sunbathing, like really been out in the sun by themselves. You don't need to be out in the sun with somebody else. You need to be out in the sun by yourself. Say, okay, source, okay, make it so crystal clear to me that you're not talking to any other Leos except me, just me. What do I need to see? What do I need to see? What is this obsession about? Why are two energies so obsessed with something? There it is, money, because money is involved. Something for somebody is just a transaction, and somebody is just being used. We're gonna go ahead and close this out. That's why someone's trying to bring a tower down on some energy. Vain, vengeful, green with envy. These two cards right here are ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, and aesthetics, right? But some energies are the other side of Venus. When we talk about duality, we started out this cycle in the moon in Gemini. In Gemini, we talk about the twins, right? Which is one person. Speaking of duality, the other side of Venus is that it can be vain, vengeful, green with envy, right? Well, why? But why, right? Why is this such an obsession? And this is what you have in common. Like, why are people so obsessed with using you? Some of y'all are sitting there like, little old me? Leos, y'all are sitting, you? Yeah, because you shine a darkness on things, but you may, like, you have scratched the surface, and I'm not trying to give anybody a God complex. Or if you've been tuned into my channel for a while, y'all know what it is. The point is, what Source is trying to help somebody with is knowing your power within and not edging Source out, like really going to Source for clarity. I need to go outside and get some fresh air, and I need to get downloads from Source. I need to get downloads from Source because some energies are trying to keep you apart from some energies for a reason. You have a new attitude. You have a whole new attitude. Drink more water as a form of self-care. What I just say? Take some water with you. If you're not by water, go drink some water. If you're not by a body of water, that's what I meant, then somebody needs to go drink, to take a bottle of water with you and go sit somewhere out in the sun by yourself, Leos, because that is you're charging from your luminary, the sun, right? You're recharging. Yeah. Somebody has a very lustful spirit. Two energies have a very lustful spirit, right? And here we have, and you need to do a third eye chakra cleanse, right? You are protected and loved. Trust your first mind. Somebody's ex was on assignment. Your ex is on some kind of an assignment. She apologizes for betraying you. Whoever somebody's ex is, could be an ex friend, ex love interest, ex whomever. It's all becoming clearer to somebody now. You are who they prayed for. You deserve the best. But somebody is being used. And Source is like, that's going to stop. That is going to stop. So what they lusting for, who knows? I don't even need to ask that question in the cards, because Source will answer it all, and I am not your source. This is just a resource. So that is what I have for you. But yeah, um, yeah, that is what I have for you. But hmm. So yeah, Source wants somebody to really start thinking about like how people will use you for their benefit, Leos, and promise you things that they know they can't deliver on. So yeah, yeah. And somebody is trying to project their lustful spirit onto other people, onto you and someone else. Um, and that's just a strong, intense desire or a craving, right? Basically, like somebody saying that somebody may have a crush on you or whatever the case may be, or they just have a, like I said, a lustful desire. That may not be the case at all because somebody's an open book. Somebody could literally just have know what you have in common when you're dealing with energies who are using you because they may have been used as well for something. So it's like you don't even need to buy into all of that. It's time to do an energetic clearing. So during crisis, the Holy One may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like somebody is basically calling somebody a Jezebel or an Ahab right in their face, like a King Ahab. And that's what we're talking about, this number 8 here. So that spirit of someone saying that somebody has a very lustful spirit and someone is being very passive, like King Ahab, just like, okay, like they can't, like they don't know the difference. That's what I'm saying. Somebody should really be offended. Like that you can't, like that you don't know your power within to be able to see something for what something is, right? It's basically like somebody saying to you in your face that you are both a Jezebel and Ahab, that you are the dark side of number 8, that you can't stay focused yourself. So here, you can't stay focused. So mm, something you want to be coming back to, something you want to be going back to. Anyway, there's an energetic clearing happening. Um, Somebody's ex, your ex was on some kind of an assignment. Whatever assignment they were on, that had nothing to do with you, but you pulling out King of Swords, right? You're very clear. You're sitting on your ledge. You have knowledge, like the owl sitting on the ledge. You have knowledge, full working knowledge of things. Somebody's incredibly smart. You have full working knowledge, and somebody's in the spirit of forgiveness and agape love, because that's the gateway between the heart chakra, the gateway between the physical realm and the spiritual realm. When we talk about auric layers, somebody saw your auric layer, like the layer around you, and saw for somebody low vibrational. Somebody who was burned out, stressed out, maybe overworked, underpaid, and said, or maybe felt devalued in some way, shape, form, or fashion, maybe between the ages of 15 to 21. Somebody was like, I can read that energy like a book, and said, okay, we'll put them in the spotlight, whoever you are, give them something that's going to make them shine. What Source is saying, you were created in Source's image and likeness. So that right there makes you valid. Like, come on now. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Somebody's just looking at the physical realm. And so Source said when people are open book, they're not operating in the spirit of fear. They're operating in the spirit of faith and Source. So again, turn down for what? You deserve the best. Nothing less. That's it, and that's all. You deserve the best. So get on your throne, adjust your crown, adjust your crown. Somebody really thinks that you're, you know, y'all know, like, yeah, when y'all hear comedians say stuff, I heard this comedian tell this joke one time, and I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. Like, they took somebody on a date, but they could only take them out at night, like, and could take them all the way to the back of a restaurant. I can't remember which comedian I heard say that. I almost feel like somebody really thinks, whoever these two types of energies are, they really think that your self-esteem is so low that you can only, like people can only bring you out at night, like this right here, like almost like you're not worthy of doing light work. You're only worthy of doing dark work. Like that should, I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm seeing here in your card. So something new is happening. Something, your ancestors are turning something around in your spirit. They are raising your frequency and bringing you into a higher frequency. Yeah, so somebody's in a very vulnerable moment right now because somebody's thinking about their future. Meekness does not mean weak. You're moving from fighting everybody else's battles. That's why somebody's back may be hurting or feel like you're emotionally eating, where your stomach is so full, it's like it's pulling on your back almost, because you've been carrying so many people on your back like this extra heavy backpack. So it's like, I need you to lay these burdens down for real. Like, give this over to source. Give something over to source. Stop carrying everybody's burdens. Yeah, here's the Five of Pentacles. It's making you feel like this person between the ages of 0 and 7, always feeling like you left out, and that kind of stuff comes back around. It's like keeping somebody in a loop because it's coming back around generationally. It's coming back to somebody's kids that's gonna keep feeling the same thing, where they feel left out, where they don't know that they have the key, they hold the key to their vault door. It's gonna come out whether they're trying to get into a school, whether they're trying to get into a particular club, an organization, a job, whatever. Same, it's going to keep on, the cycle is going to keep on going. That's what I have for you all, Leos. Hopefully this is helpful. But yeah, I'm telling you, source is calling for high vibrational Leos to for real rise up. I don't know who I'm talking to, but this fifth house right here, as far as like your romance, creativity, children, source is like, it's time to get it balanced out. Get it balanced out. Create art. Yeah, 17. Yeah, get looped into that. Something somebody is very, very creative with that is getting ready to add to multiple streams of income for you. Maybe somebody draws very well. You're just, whatever you're creating, you have the creator on the inside of you. But somebody is just trying to create a nightmare. Two types of energies are trying to create a nightmare in your life. Like by trying to bring out some kind of darkness in somebody. So, but bring out darkness in you and someone else. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right there. Yeah, I'm going to leave it right there. All right. Have a good day. Bye.